OB7.
Everybody, attention. You got the one and only Spencer OB7 DJ in the mix right now on the hottest station on the internet nation with your boy Big Dome.
Stars in the building.
And we are feeling the vibe. You gotta check and see my boy Spencer. You on the line right now? Check. Spencer, you there, man?
On everybody.
Hey, there you are. I can hear you now loud and clear. What's good, boy? Spencer, you on the line? Check. Spencer, you there?
What's going on, everybody? Cool.
So we got your boy Big Dome, Spence OB7 on the line. What's good, dude? What's good?
What's going on, man? Glad you guys are having the show.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Sorry about the little technical issue. You know what I'm saying? It gets electric when you come on the show, man. So, welcome.
Appreciate that. Thank you for having me once again.
Yeah, man. For sure. All right. Well, tell everybody, about yourself, who you are, who is OB7. This is Everyday Party Network, so everyone's definitely, want to know who is this guy. I know who you are, but introduce yourself to the world right now.
Basically, I'm a DJ. I'm a DJ in Tampa. Everyone likes to think that, I'm killing it and stuff like that. So I'm an open format DJ out here.
Wow.
Just trying to do my thing, trying to reach my goals, meet some life goals and high points. So
that's definitely dope.
Out here doing my thing, man.
That's dope. Okay. So you're an open format DJ. What do you believe helps you stand out more than just, being stuck to one genre? Because, you're playing everything. We're listening to mixes all day, throughout the studio and even here live in the air. So, open format, what is that, bro?
For sure. Open format to me is being able to take any and every genre of music and kind of bring it all together to make, one syndicated sound.
Mm-hmm.
I think what really sets me apart from a lot of other DJs is that, yes, you have your house DJs, you have your hip-hop DJs, you have, your Spanish DJs and so forth, but in my opinion, it kind of limits you to just that genre.
Right.
But when you're able to, of course, play them all, that kind of opens you up to different doors and different avenues. So I find a lot of success in
Wow, man, that's dope. That's deep. All right, so describe what it's like being a local icon. I think I'm an icon. Everyone knows Big Dome is. Everybody knows Izzy is. But you were literally legend in the Tampa Bay, St. Pete, DTSP. Shout out. Everyone knows who you are. So what's it like, bro?
Sure. I laugh because I'm so modest when it comes to when people say that. I'm like, what? It's crazy, bro. I've honestly, I've really built myself from the bottom to the top. I mean, I've watched myself kind of climb that ladder, especially in the nightlife and and DJ game, and by all means, I don't think that I've made it. There's way bigger DJs in my opinion that's come before that kind of paved the way, like the DJ Coos and the DJ Bill.
Shout out to them,
and things like that. Definitely shout out to them. So, but it's crazy. I never thought that I would ever get to this point where people are actually looking up to me, in that light. So when I go out and people are like, oh, it's OB7, I'm just kind of like, wait, what? So, it's crazy, man. Definitely crazy.
Awesome, man. That's dope. So, but how many gigs a week do you normally, get booked for? I mean, I feel like I see you like every other day, because like I'll be going through Facebook, go to work, and then here's OB7's list. I'll be at Asia on Tuesday. I'll be at, the Ritz here. I'm like, dude, how many gigs do you get a week? I mean, seriously.
Working, man. I'm out here working. That's the key to a game. I mean, honestly, right now, I'm at about 4 residencies.
Wow.
I'm at McDenton's on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
I'm at Drink on Tuesdays. Sip on Fridays.
That's dope.
And I'm actually going to be starting a pool party in downtown at the Aloft on Sundays. So that's going to be something you guys can definitely be looking out for as well.
Yes. I'm going to try to see if I can get there. We'll see. I don't know yet. We'll definitely see. Big Dome's popping. I don't know. All right. So, I mean, are you I see you independent. Are you an independent DJ, or are you like signed to a label, or you're like a manager, all that kind of stuff? What's it like?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for the longest I just worked by myself, but as of recent, I was signed to an agency down in Miami. Mm-hmm. They go by the name of Team Cool Kids. Definitely shout out to them.
Shout out to Cool Kids.
For my career. Absolutely. They did a lot for my career as far as bringing me out of Miami. So I was putting some of the biggest clubs in Miami and even in the world. As far as like being at Space and when I Clevelanders, Mecca. So again, definitely shout out to them.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I mean, my contract ended, so we just kind of decided to part ways and stuff. So right now I'm just by myself, kind of managing my own gigs and everything like that. So if there's a manager out there that's looking to gain a artist, please contact me.
There you go. There you go. Hey, that's what the show's about. Self-promotion. Self-promotion, bro. Come on. Continue.
For sure, man. So, but right now I'm just doing the solo thing, but making sure I'm staying on top of my gigs and make sure they're all playing out and everything. So, definitely keep my name for myself.
Definitely keep ministry. You already know. Hit them up. Managers. Labels. I'm gonna do my best to what I can do, but I mean, OB7. This is the real deal right here. You already know. All right, so keep moving. So tell us what when for like cosmic mixes, you'll go from rap. You throw a rap track on, right? Everybody's like, it's a rap. It's gonna be a rap. We show the lean and we see walking, and all of a sudden it goes to like rock. Okay, we rocking, and it goes to like boomba, and then it go. I mean, how do you do these cosmic mixes? I mean, I've seen a lot of open format DJs. When it comes to you, you're like so versatile. How do you do it?
I mean, honestly, people ask me this question all the time, and my answer is that I love music. I really don't see like any genre. I don't see any barriers. So when I hear something that I feel that will work together or blend together or anything like that, I always push my limits in my mixes.
Right.
So every mix, I always try to top myself in my last one and just try to push those. Like it's crazy, it's mind-boggling. So I think, I don't know. I'm just gonna do it, man.
That's dope.
It's a talent that God gave me. So
you make it happen. Make it happen. All right. So, is Florida the only place that you spin at, or do you go on tours anytime, or is this just like your home base?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the agency down in Miami. I mean, even though we parted ways, I still have that connection and that relationship, with a lot of the people down there. So I mean, I networked super hard while I was down in Miami. I've spun in New York. I've actually spun for Tommy Hilfiger, his sister, Betsy Hilfiger. She had a fashion show, and one of my good friends was in the fashion show, and he kind of reached out and asked if I could DJ if I was free. And of course, I'm like, that's a huge opportunity, especially with New York being the fashion capital of the country.
Wow, that's big.
I've got out there, so I made a lot of connections out there as well. But as of right now, I'm working on a huge promo campaign. I'm here in Tampa, but I am going to actually be going back out to Miami probably towards the end of the year.
Wow.
Doing like a mini tour out there.
Ooh, that's what's up, man. Going like, start calling you Mr. Worldwide now, and like you ain't OB7, Mr. Worldwide. I'm going to Miami. All right. OB7 is a very unique name. What does it stand for? I mean, I know what it stands for, but some people don't actually know what the O and the B and the 7 stands for. And why did you choose that name? You know, what does it mean to you, alias?
It's funny because my story is that I wasn't always a DJ. I've always been into music.
Right.
But before I actually became a DJ. Yep. A lot of people don't know that.
I did not know that. I just learned something new.
Crazy. So, pretty much where OB7 comes from is, the O comes from Orlando, which is my middle name.
Yeah.
And when I was a singer, my singer name was, or my stage name was Orlando Blaze.
Orlando Blaze. I can see that. Yeah.
That was my stage name as an R&B singer. So if you kind of follow the history of my journey here, when I became a DJ at first,
right.
I shortened it to O Blaze. So I used to go by O Blaze as a DJ.
Right.
And then, of course, when I signed with an agency down in Miami, they had a different image, and they kind of helped me kind of mold everything. So pretty much what happened was, they said, "Oh, Blaze," kind of had a negative connotation because, of course, when people think of Blaze, they think of smoking.
You're very smoky.
Of course, people didn't want that negative connotation on me, especially when I'm trying to get booked for gigs and stuff outside of Tampa. So we kind of sat down and thought, like, okay, what can we do to still keep the relation so people can make this association with O'Blaze, but of course flip it and make it a little bit more neutral. Yeah. So of course, what the 7 comes from, the 7 genres of music, as far as being an open format DJ that I've learned to kind of pull together and again make one syndicated sound. So OB is kind of from the O'Blaze, and then 7 is the open format part of me. So OB all together is what I represent.
That's very like Greek methodical, bro. That was really well thought out. I mean, I ask that question every week, and it's usually, I met this guy, or I met this girl, and simple. Like, that was deep. So shout out OB7, work, bro. That's dope.
Appreciate that. A lot of thought went into
it. Yeah, man. I gotta get more mythical for my name. Like, it was like, yo, Big Dome. Why you got Big Dome? Isn't that obvious? Like, got a big head. He's very simple. And then the girls are like, well, like, what does that mean? I'm like, what do you think? And you know how that conversation goes. All right. Tell everybody about the time, you did the Red Bull 3 Styles event. I mean, how successful was that? I mean, I thought you were going to win it. Like, I saw the photos. I was like, oh my God, he just got signed by Red Bull. So how was that?
Yeah, man. It's funny because Red Bull, shout out to them actually even bringing the event to Tampa. We definitely need more stuff like that.
Yes, we do.
The city to represent, the DJs here. But I honestly didn't even want to try out at first. As crazy as that sounds. Yeah. It's kind of like, it's not for me. I'm not going to do it. But, again, shout out to DJ Koo. He's really kind of like my mentor.
He's a good dude. He's a really cool dude. Like, he came to us like, what up, Big Dome? I was like, oh, shit. Fangirl. You know what I mean? We'll continue, man.
Absolutely. So, he definitely pushed me. He was like, man, you got it. Just give it a try. You miss 100% of shots that you don't take. So, I definitely tried out. And just a little unfortunate that I wasn't picked. But, again, shout out to DJ Casper, who was the one that picked. The representative Tampa and the finalists for here. But it was an amazing experience, man. I mean, I got a lot of exposure. Especially with trying out with Red Bull. Yeah. I mean, they definitely did, some promotion on my end and stuff like that as far as pushing me out there. Wow. And it was definitely a great experience, man.
Yeah, man. I really was like, yo, this guy right here, I know him. He's on the come up. Because I remember I met before, he was Tony Buccio. It was TJ Koo. And so, like, that's how I knew him from Cali. And then, like, to meet him in person was like, whoa. And now we're, like, good friends. So, man, like, shout out to you, man, doing the Red Bull thing. That was a definitely big, spot for you and for Tampa. I think it kind of put us on the map a little more. Yeah. All right. So, I believe, I've seen, you spit on vinyl and CDJs, both. Or do you do strictly vinyl, and which one do you prefer?
It's funny because when I first started DJing, I learned and I was trained on vinyl. So that's where my heart is, man. And every real DJ will tell you, vinyl is the